Safemoon V2 has arrived. Now, I'm sure that many of you have a lot of questions when it comes to the migration from V1 over to V2. So before we go over exactly how to migrate, let's go over some basic questions some people might have to even begin the process. Safemoon happened to post some very helpful pictures on their Twitter to go ahead and help people with some questions a lot of people may have. So let's go ahead and walk through a few of those before we begin. One of the first things they go over is for those that are holding their Safemoon in a hardware wallet. As you can see here on the screen, they answered that if you hold Safemoon on a hard wallet, they recommend that you import your wallet into the Safemoon Wallet App to perform the migration. This is one of the reasons why we have implemented the new import private key feature in the Safemoon app. It enables users to import a wallet with only their private key. So that way you can go ahead and migrate in with just the private key, or you can migrate through your seed phrase. So both of those options are available for you if you don't hold your Safemoon in the Safemoon wallet. The next thing they bring up is where can you go to swap your V1 tokens for your V2 tokens. The two official sources are the Safemoon Wallet apps and the web swap, which will have an option to consolidate your V1 Safemoon into V2 Safemoon safely with a pre-populated contract address. The app can be found by searching Safemoon on Android or iOS App Store, and the official Safemoon website is swap.safemoon.net. And I will be walking through step by step on how to do that on all devices. So if you're wondering on how to do that, I'm going to show you everything. Now, one of the questions a lot of people ask is what will happen if I don't migrate from V1 to V2? Now, Safemoon holders will have plenty of time to migrate to V2, and there will, however, be a deadline when V1 support will end. There is no date currently set, but we will communicate that as soon as they can. So essentially, you don't have to migrate right this very moment, but there's no added benefit to waiting. Unless you're wanting to do it for tax purposes and need to do that in January or for some other reason like that, that may be a reason to consider that, but the support for the version 1 contract will eventually end, so you are going to need to migrate over to V2, and it is in your best interest to do so with the innovation they're going to be building upon the V2 contract. Now, this is a question a lot of people have been asking. Is there a cost to migrate to V2? Yes. A small BNB fee of around $4 to $5, maybe higher or lower depending on traffic, will be charged by the Binance Smart Chain blockchain. This fee is not charged by Safemoon. This is a standard network fee charged for all transactions, and the Safemoon team has no control over this fee. Guys, this is extremely important. Safemoon does not have control of this because they're on that blockchain, which is why they're building their own blockchain, which will be coming out here in 2022, as announced in the most recent AMA, which was actually the last one of this year. Now, for all of those that are holding their Safemoon on pSafemoon, which is the Safemoon on the Ethereum network, one of the questions you might be asking is, can you migrate to V2 if you have pSafemoon? The answer is Safemoon will not be supporting migration from pSafemoon to Safemoon V2 on the initial launch due to the fact that pSafemoon does not incur a 10% fee to purchase, and it exists on the Ethereum chain. This option may be available later, but it is not currently available now. So if you hold pSafemoon, you need to migrate over to the regular Safemoon on the Binance Smart Chain, and then go ahead and transition over to V2 version of Safemoon. But there's no way currently to go from pSafemoon version 1 directly over to pSafemoon version 2 or Binance Smart Chain version 2 without first moving your pSafemoon through a bridge onto the Binance Smart Chain into regular version 1 Safemoon and then swapping for regular V2. Another big question a lot of people have been asking is, will the liquidity pool be moved immediately? The full LP won't be moved to V2 immediately, but the majority of it will be. Eventually, all LP will be migrated from version 1, but it will be done in phases. V2 will enable more comprehensive liquidity pool management and efficient migration integration to other blockchains, including the Safemoon blockchain, which is coming out in 2022. So they will be moving over that liquidity pool over, but they're going to do it in phases to give everyone a chance to move over from V1 to V2. Once the version 1 liquidity pool is gone, it will basically become a dead contract because there will no longer be a way to swap using a DEX for the version 1 of Safemoon. So it is in your best interest to move over from V1 to V2 as soon as possible. And the last question that we will go over is, will I have to pay the 10% fee to migrate from version 1 over to version 2? There is no charge to migrate. As your tokens are swapped, the Safemoon V2 contract will issue you 10% more V2 tokens in order to make up for the 10% Safemoon fee that was originally occurred from every V1 buy-sell order. So you will essentially be hit with the 10% tax, as that is how the Safemoon version 1 contract is written. But automatically, when you go to consolidate and migrate from version 1 to version 2, you're actually going to be given an additional 10% to make up for that difference. That way, you're going to have an exact 1,000 to 1 consolidation between the version 1 and the version 2 of the contract. So now that we know that, let's go ahead and go over how you could go ahead and migrate over from version 1 of Safemoon over to version 2 of Safemoon. Remembering that there is a consolidation when we do this swap of 1,000 to 1, meaning that if you had 1,000,000, you will now have 1,000. If you had 1,000,000,000, you will now have 1,000,000 Safemoon tokens in the version 2 of the contract. So don't be upset or concerned if you have 1/1000th the amount of tokens after you swap from V1 over to V2, as that was planned. You will not lose any value in the tokens as you do the swap. If you'd like to learn more about what a consolidation is and why Safemoon needs to do that, you can go ahead and watch the video I've done on that by clicking the icon that is appearing on your screen now. Now, the best, fastest, and easiest way to get this all done is going to be using the Safemoon Wallet App if you're on iOS or on Android. Now, if you have your tokens on any form of wallet that is not on an exchange, it is extremely easy to move over into the Safemoon wallet. All you need to do is import your seed phrase from whichever other wallet you currently hold your Safemoon into the Safemoon wallet. You're actually not moving those Safemoon tokens, you're just giving access from the Safemoon wallet to go ahead and manipulate the tokens that are on the exchange. So even if you still prefer using Metamask or Trustwallet or some other hardware wallet, you're welcome to continue to do so. All you have to do is migrate over by importing your private key or by importing your seed phrase, and then going through the migration process from converting from V1 over to V2. And then you can go back to using that other wallet because the V2 will not show up in there, as long as you of course add the V2 contract to that other wallet so that it will show up in that wallet. If you're curious to how you can go ahead and import a seed phrase, I've already done a video for you guys on how to do that, and it should be appearing on your screen now. But for those that already have the Safemoon wallet or want to go ahead and use that option on an iOS or an Android device, the process is going to be the exact same. But the first thing you need to go ahead and do is go to the App Store or to the Google Play Store and make sure that your app is completely up to date. So go ahead into the stores, refresh the screen, and then you should be able to click Update. Once you've updated the app, you can go ahead and open up the app and make sure you go over to the Swap tab, which you can find at the bottom of your screen by clicking Swap. Once you've clicked that, it will take you over to the regular Safemoon swap, and then at the very bottom, there should be some text that says Upgrade to Safemoon V2. You're going to want to go ahead and click on that text. It's going to bring up a list of information that can go ahead and explain everything about the consolidation from version 1 of Safemoon over to version 2. So once you've read through the instructions here on this page, there's going to be a button there that says Get Started and points down to a Consolidate Now button. You're going to want to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to automatically bring in the Safemoon version 1 and Safemoon version 2. All you need to go ahead and do is click on the max. You should then see that it is approving and putting in the consolidation. Then it should load up a perfect consolidation 1,000 to 1 from version 1 of Safemoon over to the version 2 of Safemoon. And then of course there at the bottom, it will show you what your gas fee is going to be in BNB. You can go ahead and click on Swap. Once you click the Swap button, you may receive a notice that looks just like this, where it reads, Important, please note that after your Safemoon has been consolidated into V2 Safemoon, it will not show a price for a period of time. Do not panic. This is normal. Once a sizable amount of holders begin migrating, the market cap will eventually find a stable price, and then it will be displayed. Please be patient during this time. Safemoon V2 Safemoon Contract, and then with the contract listed below, and then you must click I have read and I understand before the swap will continue. Once you press that, it will show that it's swapping, and then you should be given a transaction hash, which is what you can go ahead and look up on BSC Scan to track your transaction from your conversion from version 1 of Safemoon over to version 2 of Safemoon on the blockchain. After that, once you go ahead and refresh your wallet, it should show all of your version 1 moved over to your version 2. Now, for some people, they did mention that they needed to swap a couple of times to get the full amount moved over. That will cost 2 different transactions of gas fees, but should not cost you any additional Safemoon. So if any version 1 Safemoon gets left behind, go ahead and make the swap a second time, and you should be able to migrate all of your version 1 over to version 2. There may be a very small fraction or dust of Safemoon that is left behind in the version 1 contract that is just too small of an amount to go ahead and move over, which is totally normal in a process like this. Another thing to note is that those that migrated extremely early, moments after the launch of the V2, may have been hit with the 10% tax. Now, in the AMA today, they did mention that those that were hit by that, they will be launching a Google form for people to submit their information, such as their transaction hash and their wallet address, so that they can go ahead and compensate you for your lost Safemoon tokens during that migration. Now, that process that we just went over, I just did on an iOS device. However, the process is the exact same for the Android devices as well. If you want to go through the same process on Metamask or on Trustwallet, you can go ahead and do so by using the swap.safemoon.net in your built-in dApp. Now, if you are an iOS user of Trustwallet, that may not be possible. So you're going to want to go ahead and use the web version for Trustwallet, or you're going to want to go ahead and migrate over to the Safemoon wallet, at least just for this migration process. Once you open up the Metamask app, you're going to want to go ahead and go over to the menu by clicking the 3 lines in the top left corner, and then you're going to want to go ahead and click on the browser. You're then going to type in the URL, the swap.safemoon.net. Once you've arrived at that page, you're going to want to go ahead and connect your wallet. Once that wallet's connected, you'll click on Consolidate to V2 Safemoon. After that, the version 1 and version 2 Safemoon should appear in the From and To section of the swap. After that, you'll click the Approve Safemoon button down in the bottom left corner, and then it should ask you to grant access or permission to access your Safemoon using PancakeSwap. You'll go ahead and approve that transaction. It may take some time for that approval to go through. Once that goes through, you'll see a notification there at the top that says Approve Safemoon View on BSC Scan Explorer, so you know that it successfully went through. After that, you'll just simply press Consolidate to V2 Safemoon again. It will then go ahead and let you know what the estimated gas fees are and for you to confirm that transaction. Once you press confirm, the transaction will be submitted. You will have successfully migrated from version 1 to version 2 using Metamask. Then when you go back to your wallet on Metamask, you're going to want to go ahead and import the version 2 contract as an additional token so that you can go ahead and see your new tokens that will appear there under the wallet tab. If you'd prefer to use the web-based version of the Safemoon swap on a desktop, you can go ahead and go to swap.safemoon.net as we did previously using Metamask. This is the page that you will see once you have landed on that website. The first thing you're going to want to go ahead and do is go to the top right and click on Connect to a Wallet. Once you do that, you'll be given 4 different options of the 4 different wallets that are compatible with the Safemoon swap, being the Binance Chain Wallet, Metamask, Trustwallet, and Math Wallet. Whichever wallet it is that you use, you're going to want to go ahead and select that and make sure that everything properly connects. If it is done so successfully, up here in the top right corner, this will no longer say connect to a wallet, but will then show your wallet address. After which, the process you will have to go to successfully migrate your version 1 Safemoon to version 2 Safemoon will be the exact same as we had just done using the built-in browser for Metamask, as the steps and the process is the exact same, just in a different format. I hope you guys found this video helpful in your migration process. If you guys have any questions about this process, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I will do my best to get back to you guys on an answer to those questions. You can also check out our Safemoon Roundtable that will be held on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will be hosted on RJ's channel, where myself and several other Safemoon content creators will be coming together to discuss Safemoon, version 2, Project Phoenix, and all the other things that were announced during the latest AMA. You are of course welcome to ask all of your questions there as well, and we would love to get to those and help you guys out in understanding this process better. If you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I thank you all for your support on this channel. Thanks for watching guys, and I will catch you in my next video.